Hello viewers, in this video I shall try to explain and I will also try to discuss a poem, and the title of the poem is The Chimney Sweeper. The Chimney Sweeper, it is an English romantic poem written by William Blake. Though I have said that romantic poem does not mean that it will be related to nature or it will be related to love and emotion. Rather, here these poems subject is little bit different. Okay, though as the poet, he falls in the category of romantic poem, or sorry, romantic page of poet. That's why I have said romantic English poet. Okay, or poem. So the poem "The Chimney Sweeper" it was first published in two parts, in Songs of Innocence in 1789 and Songs of Experience in 1794. Okay. Besides this poem, "The Chimney Sweeper," it is set against the dark background of child labor that was prominent and rampant in England in the late 18th and 19th centuries. Okay, so through this poem we will get to know that due to economic condition, due to poor condition, a father is obliged to sold a boy as a chimney sweeper to another person. So that thing, that scenario, we will get to know through this poem. Moreover, at the age of 4 and 5, boys were sold to clean chimneys owing to their small size. And these children were exploited, oppressed, dominated, and they had a diminutive existence that was socially accepted at that time. Furthermore, children in this field of work were often unfed, they were never ostensibly cared, and they are completely poorly clothed. And in most of the cases, these children who work as a chimney sweepers, they died from either falling through the chimneys or from lung damage and other horrible diseases from breathing in the soot. Okay, so that pain, that trauma, that suffering, the poet has tried to depict through this poem. So let's try to know more about the poem. So let's read the poem and try to analyze the poem or discuss the poem. The chimney sweeper. The chimney sweeper. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me, while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, "Weep, weep, weep, weep." So your chimney I sweep, and in soot I sleep. So here you can see whip, sleep, sweep. These all are rhyming words. Okay, and through this line, the speaker of the poem is trying to say that when his mother died, at that time he was very young, and his father was compelled to sold or to sell him as a chimney sweeper, and at that time his tongue could not even know what to speak, and he could not even know how to cry. But at that time too, he was able to clean or sweep these chimneys and and sleep in that soot. And this is the consequence of poverty. This is the consequence of deplorable economic plight. So that thing the poet is trying to depict here, that due to economic condition, due to poverty, due to hunger in the stomach, people are forced to do this kind of child labor, and even parents are forced to send their child or sold their child. There is little Tom Dacre who cried when his head, that curled like a lamb's back, was shaved. So I said, "Hush, Tom, never mind it. For when your head's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair." So in this lines too, you can get some rhyming word, that head, said, bare hair. So through this line, the poet might have tried to say that, or the speaker might have tried to say that when he was working as a chimney sweeper, at that time he has met a little Tom Dacre who was also his partner, and he was to crying when his head that was just curled like a lamb's back, and it was completely shaved, and he was crying that what will happen to his head if he will not cover his head and while cleaning or while sweeping the chimney or while cleaning the chimney, what will happen then? The speaker has said that he has told his friend Tom that he should never mind it, because if his head is bare, then that suit cannot spoil his white hair. Soot means, from here you can get, soot is a deep black powdery or flaky substance, which is consisting of largely of amorphous carbon produced by the incomplete burning of organic matter. Okay, and in the subsequent stanza, the stanza is saying that, and so he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack, were all of them locked up in coffins of black. So in the subsequent lines, or the third stanza of the poem, the speaker is here saying that when this cleaning of chimney is done, then they were sleeping at the night quietly, and then Tom had one night, uh, uh, he dreamt a dream that thousands of sweepers like Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack, they were all of them locked up in coffins of black, and they had felt that they are lost, they were died. So this is, through this line, the poet might have tried to depict the horror of child labor, how child feels when they are exploited, when they are forced to work in a very tender age. And by came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins and set them all free. Then down a green plain, leaping, laughing, they run and wash in a river and shine in the sun. So in this line, the poet is very optimistic. The speaker is very optimistic. He is saying that when those children and when those his friends were in the coffin, then after some time an angel came with a bright key, and they had opened the coffin and set them all free, and then they went down a green plain, leaping, laughing, and they were running and washing in a river and shining in the sun, sorry. And then the naked and white, all the bags left behind, they rise upon clouds and sport in the wind. And the angel told Tom if he would be a good boy, he would have God for his father and never want joy. So in this line, the speaker might have tried to say that uh, the the messenger of God, or the what do you call it, angels, they are trying to say that if they will do the good thing, if they will behave in a good way, then they will always have happiness through God, and they will get love from God, like that. I'm not sure, but I'm just interpreting in my own way, so you can have your own interpretation. And so Tom awoke, and we rose in the dark and got with our bags and our brushes to work. Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm. So if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. So like every day, after after the night and work, they have again now risen. They are again now arisen to work as a uh, chimney sweeper. The boys are now again in as enthusiastic as they were before, and they are working again, and no one are helping them to get rid of this business. So that thing the poet might have tried to project here, that people are not aware of uh, their mental condition. No one is trying to stop or prevent the child labor. Everyone is using this little boy as child labor, and this little boy as chimney sweepers for their own benefits. And these these human beings are very merciless. They are not kind hearted. So that might have poet has tried to say.